There's nothing better than having a good night's sleep. And believe me, I know, because I have gone through many times in my life where I've had insomnia and have gone without sleep for as long as 3 days. And that's actually one of the things that brought me to tapping in the first place. So in this video, I wanted to share with you how you can go about tapping for things like insomnia, particularly if your insomnia is due to anxiety, because that's where my insomnia was related. And for a lot of people, insomnia is related more to stress and worry and anxiety. But if you do suffer from chronic insomnia, do go see your doctor so that you can get checked out for any physical causes of insomnia, because there are physical causes as well. Before I dive into the video though, hi, I'm Sandra Inman. I am a tapping practitioner and I'm also the author of Tapping into Abundance, using EFT tapping and the law of attraction to change your mindset and turn your life around. And if you want to do just that, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. Insomnia. Yes, don't like it, and it is a tough one, especially for thinking types, so people who do a lot of thinking. Very analytical people doing a lot of thinking going on in the head. So that can make it really hard, because in order to sleep, you need to bring your nervous system down into a very relaxed state so that all of the neurochemicals can kick in to put you to sleep. One of the main reasons why we don't sleep when we're experiencing stress or worry or anxiety is because it just doesn't feel safe to go to sleep and to be able to be in that calm, relaxed state. Often there's a lot of thoughts going on round and round and round in circles, like a dog chasing its tail, and you just can't stop thinking because it doesn't feel safe not to keep thinking. It's like there's a part of us, particularly if we're anxiety prone, where we've learned that for some reason, the more we think about our problem or the more we think about our fear, the more control we have over it, which is nonsense. We don't. We don't have control over it the more we think on it. We just have actually less control on it, because not only are we just creating more anxiety for ourselves, we're not solving anything because we're just going over and over and over with worry. So it's not being practical in any way. It's not achieving an outcome. And also from a law of attraction point of view, it's actually lowering our vibration. So it's very hard then to bring anything to us that's positive and is actually going to help us out of the situation. So what's the most important thing to do is to just calm the nervous system down and to communicate to our subconscious mind that thinking about this thing over and over and over again isn't actually helping us, and that we don't need it, it's not necessary, and that it's safe to not think about it. It's safe to let it go for the time being. And that's not an easy thing. To start off your tapping for insomnia, tap on exactly what it is that you're thinking and feeling. When I have these moments where I'm struggling to go to sleep, I will sometimes do a tapping session before I go to bed. There's two ways that you can do tapping. If you're so used to doing tapping and you're a very kinesthetic or tactile person, you don't even need to physically tap while you're doing this. You can use your imagination to imagine you're tapping. So that's where, like if you're using creative visualization, you'll visualize something happening. When you're using your kinesthetic sense, you're feeling through your imagination that you're tapping. And believe it or not, it has the same effect, because the subconscious mind can't tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined. And if you imagine you're tapping yourself on the side of the eye point, that's exactly how the body registers it, as if you are. It'll stimulate, that area will be stimulated in the brain. So if you're used to tapping and you're good at with your imagination, you don't even have to sit there and tap. You can just imagine you're tapping, and that will actually help you fall asleep, rather than sitting there thinking, I've got to physically tap, and how am I going to fall asleep if I'm in the middle of doing this, because you're being active. So the same process as anything. You might want to start on the karate chop point before you lie down, and just repeating after me. Even though I can't sleep, I don't like it, I want to be able to sleep and I can't, I'm okay. Even though I can't sleep. And it's driving me crazy. I hate it when I can't sleep. I'm going to honour how I feel anyway. Even though I can't sleep. And I don't know what to do about it. I don't even know what's keeping me up. I'm okay. And starting on the points. I can't sleep. Doesn't feel safe to just go to sleep. There's too much to think about. My body feels restless. My body feels restless. I just can't go to sleep. I can't go to sleep. My body feels restless. This restless feeling in my body. Thinking, thinking, thinking. Can't stop thinking. What's not safe about falling asleep right now? What if I stop thinking? Will that make a difference? It doesn't feel safe to go to sleep. But I want to go to sleep so much. I'm angry about not being able to sleep. Maybe I'm angry about other things. What am I not confronting in my life right now? What am I worried about? Am I angry? Am I frustrated? Am I scared? What's going on right now? I just want to relax and sleep. What if I could sleep? What if I could allow my body to sleep and be safe at the same time? What if I could fall asleep and be safe at the same time? What if it's okay to fall asleep right now? What if I'm allowed to fall asleep right now? What if I could fall asleep right now and still be safe? What if letting go of these thoughts and feelings, just for the time being, just for 6 to 8 hours, what if I could let all of that go and be safe at the same time? What if it's okay for me to let go of these thoughts and feelings, just for a few hours, and be safe at the same time? What if I can just pick up where I left off with my thinking after a few hours and be safe at the same time? Thinking about things doesn't get me any closer to achieving an outcome. What if sleeping can help me? What if rest and recuperation can actually help me? Taking a deep breath and letting it out. You can keep on tapping and talking to yourself this way. If something comes up for you, like a particular concern or a particular worry or a particular thought or a belief or a feeling, like it might be something like, I don't deserve to be peaceful, or I can't sleep because I've got to because it's not safe for me to not think about this. When these thoughts become clear to you, and the tapping will help you become clearer in what you're thinking in your subconscious mind, tap on what it is that you're thinking. The important thing with insomnia is that you need to allow your nervous system to feel safe. So if a thought does come into your mind, like, which is a typical thought for worriers and people who are anxious, it's like, if I stop thinking about this thing that's worrying me, I'm not going to be safe, because I only feel safe thinking about it, because thinking about it gives me some sense of control over it. Because there's nothing more fearful than not having any control. And so we hold on to this little bit of control that we can have, which is worrying, which doesn't help us at all, but it's like we've got some control over it. And I found that when I was certainly working on my own anxiety and my own propensity for worrying and stressing about things, that was one of the reasons why I couldn't let go of it. Because for some reason I felt that if I let go of worrying, if I don't worry about this thing, then I've got no control over it. If I don't worry about this thing, then I can't control it. Which is crazy, because worrying doesn't control anything. It doesn't make sense, but it's something we've learned in our childhood, possibly from a parent who was anxious and worrier and a stressed person. And we've learned that behavior from them and from other adults around us. And so we think that that's our subconscious mind thinks that's the way to be. So if you do find that you're attached to your worry or your anxiety because you believe that if you don't have it, you're not safe, that it's the only way you can control or have some control over a situation that feels like you've got no control over, then tap on that. Allow yourself to face that fear of letting it go. What if you can let go of the worry just for a few hours and be safe at the same time? And include that statement in your tapping, because that's the way you communicate to your subconscious. You talk to it, get its feedback, calm the nervous system down in order to do so, and then you give it a few suggestions about what could change. And we always use what if, whatever the change is you're wanting to make, we can do this and be safe at the same time. Because your subconscious mind is wanting you to be safe, your ego is there to keep you safe. So if you're going to negotiate with it, you have to let it know that this new thing you're giving it, this new idea or this new instruction is also possibly, have a real think about this ego, it can also keep us safe. And then it will take it on board and consider it. Let me know how you go with your insomnia, with your tapping. There could be a lot more involved. And as I said, if there's other medical conditions that can cause insomnia, so to get checked out by a professional medical practitioner. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Sandra from Sandra Inman, Wise Witch Tapping, and I will see you in the next video.